Howdy folks, and welcome to Jimmy Branch Homestead. I'm Wade, and my wife last week, she did a thing on her deal for deer season, and I'm going to do mine. I call mine a grab and go kind of country breakfast type deal. And here's what I got here. I got 4.5 cups of flour. Let me show you. Whoops, sorry about that. 4.5 cups of flour here. 2 cups of shredded cheese. Over here I got a cup of milk, out of the way. I've got a cup of melted butter. It has to be melted, otherwise it won't work right. 4 eggs. Over here I've got a dozen eggs cooked already, scrambled, and a pound of sausage. Now, is what we're going to do. We're going to mix all this up. And the first thing you need to do is take the eggs, because see, they're not, yeah, let me get you down here, sorry about that folks. They're whole eggs. So we got to kind of mix them up so they'll do their thing the way they're supposed to do. So we're going to kind of mix them up here for a minute. And this is it takes probably about maybe 5 minutes at most to heat up in a microwave, but usually it takes about a minute. These are going to be the big ones, so it'll probably take you about 1.5 minutes maybe to mix these up in the microwave. Okay, got that all mixed up. So what I'm going to do is kind of make a little bowl in here, in the bowl of the flour. And first thing I'm going to do is pour the eggs in. Get that all in there, as you can see. All right. Go put this over here in the sink. Okay, I've got a 1/4 cup of maple syrup here. I want to pour that in there. As what we're doing, we're making a breakfast thing, and you kind of want it to be a little country, so it's going to have that little sweetness of it, of the maple syrup, not a lot. And like I said, you want to make sure your butter is melted, because if you don't, it will not gel right the way you're supposed to when you go to put it all together. So there you go. There's that. I'll just wait and take everything over at once. And now the milk. There we go. And now what we want to kind of do is just mix all this stuff together. Kind of, you're making a dough is what you're going, kind of like you would a biscuit, to make a biscuit. Because what we're doing, we are kind of making the biscuits, but we're going to put stuff in the biscuits. So we kind of want to get all this stuff made together before I add all the other goodies to it. So just kind of take it and turn this stuff over and get it all mixed up here. Because now, the deer season, I'm a big fan of deer season. Now, I don't know how many of you people have heard the story of how the wife and I met, but it kind of goes along with this. We used to go to a dance thing, and swing dance as a matter of fact, and we were there dancing. I was helping her and somebody she used to come around with all the time. They weren't dating or anything, they were just together while they would come to dance. And afterwards, after a couple weeks or so, maybe longer, I don't remember the exact details, but we were standing around and kind of socializing afterwards. And I told her that I had just got off of a marriage where my wife really didn't allow me to go hunt and fish and all that, and I told her sometimes I'm gone for a week to 2 weeks at a time hunting and fishing, and if she can't put up with that, there ain't no sense of us going any further. And she said, well, does that mean I can't go with you? Well, the rest is history, and that was 25 years ago. So anyhow, that's the story of that. That's kind of why this goes along with that story. Alright, there we go. Kind of got that good now. We're going to add everything together. I'm going to put the sausage in, and the sausage is 2 pounds of sausage. Now, you want to make sure that you drain the sausage, because with all the cheese and the butter, it'll make them real greasy if you don't. So I've already done all that for you. So now I'm just going to add the sausage in. And there's always going to be a little extra grease get in there, but that'll be all right. Now the dozen eggs, and they're chopped up and scrambled. Now, I didn't show you all how to cook eggs or sausage, because I figured you either know how or you don't. And if you don't, well, then you need to learn before you even try something like this. So, and there we go. And now the cheese. So I want to meant to leave some out. I can always put more. But what I want to do is leave the cheese out, a third a cup, about half a cup or so. All right, now I'm going to turn this in here. And it's going to be kind of thick and hard right now to do this. But you want to make sure you get everything all mixed together. So it's going to be good. And here I'm making a mess. So as you can see, you definitely want a big bowl, folks. You don't want a little bowl. This is the biggest bowl that we have. This is one of my wife's Tupperware bowls that she's had for umpteen years. She used to be a distributor for Tupperware in a different lifetime. So we're mixing this all up together. And what I'll do, this extra cheese I kept, I'll put that on top. That'll go on top of everything. And really what you want to do is make sure you get all this mixed, because you don't want to bite into just a muffin full of just egg, or just a muffin full of sausage, or just cheese. So you want to make sure you get all this stuff gelled real good together. And that's looking pretty good there. Okay. And want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And this stuff will cook about 20 minutes. And there we go. It looks pretty darn good if you ask me. You just don't want to do it too much, because it's just like making biscuits. You do it too much, well, your biscuits kind of come out kind of hard and flat, like a hockey puck or something. So there we go. Put this to the side. And I've got a 3/4 measuring cup here, because that's what it takes to do each one of these. So just kind of put that in there. And it ain't got to be perfect. There we go. Dump it in there. There, like that. Now, some can be a little less, some can be a little more. You know how that goes when you cook stuff. It's just the way it goes. But and these take 20 minutes at 400 degrees. If I didn't say that already, I'm telling you now. And I can only do 12 at a time, because that's all the muffin tin we have. And these are the large ones. Now if we were going to do the smaller ones, but I'm piggy, if you can see, so I'm using the larger ones. Besides that, it's going to have to hold me while I'm out hunting all day. And I'm one of these guys that go out and stay out all day unless I shoot something, then I come back in. But if I don't, I'm stay out there from dark to dark, basically. And so I need stuff to get me going. I take a lunch with me, and I just stay out there, because where I go hunting on agricultural land or conservation land for some of you folks, and so I just stay there all day long. Sometimes what I'll do, stay to about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then I get up and move to another spot if I haven't seen anything, because you got your morning travel routes for deer and you got your evening travel routes for deer. So, and once these get done, I'll show you. Okay. Whoop. I got way too much in it. So, as you can see, there's 12 of them here. And this is sausage, but what'll happen, we just took a hog the other day, a couple hogs, our hogs, had them to butcher, and I was hoping they were going to be back before I did all this, but they're not. So when they get back, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a bacon one the same way, only use bacon instead of sausage. So you just put a little cheese on top of each one. There. Don't want a lot because the cheese will burn before anything else gets done if you do. But I put it, there we go. And just kind of give it a little topping type deal. Excuse me, and I had breakfast this morning, and I had sausage gravy and biscuits that I had made, some buttermilk biscuits, because I was out. I usually make them about every 3 weeks. I make up some, it lasts me about 3 weeks. I get about a dozen out of them. Sometimes a little more, but usually around a dozen. And anyway, I had to make some of them up this morning too. All right, there we go. Let me wash my hands before I put these in the oven. There we go. And well, as you can see, this is it. We got 2 pans of 6. What we're gonna do, we're putting them in the oven for 20 minutes. Now, depending on your oven, it might take longer and it might take less. I don't know. It just depends on the oven. This one's kind of funky. Sometimes things will cook faster and sometimes they'll cook slower. So it just all depends. Anyways, they're in the oven, and I will be back to you in about 20 minutes to show you the results. So see you then. It'll be just as well, it won't even be nothing for you guys. You guys will just see it and then it'll be there. Okay, goodbye. 3, 2, 1. Okay, folks, we're welcome back, and as you can hear, it's going off. Now, oh yeah. See, look at these good guys. Oh yeah. I'll bring you over here a little closer. See that? That's what they look like. Now, they're hot, so I gotta get a plate to put them on, and I'll be right back with you. But I still got to put the others in there. And get me a little fork. Put a little light on. Oh, there we go. I can see.
No, that's going to make a big difference how well you see in there too.
There we go. See these, folks? These are good. You won't be disappointed if you try them. definitely need help getting them out, because look, that one's going to come all the way out. We're going to have a little work with that one in a second here. There we go. Now these ain't a light breakfast, folks. These are a heavy breakfast. That's for sure. So if you want something light, don't be trying to make these things. So see that? Look how brown that looks. You're going to get every bite is what you're going to end up with. Going to have some good stuff in there. So see now, these things got to set and cool, and then they can go in the freezer. But they gotta be cool. You cannot put them in there warm, because they will mold and ruin, and you will be sorry. All the time and everything would have been wasted. So make sure they set and cool. We've been having some weird weather down here in the Ozarks. We had 80 degrees just 2 days ago, and now it ain't even getting out of the 50s. It's 55. I just checked here a few minutes ago. And, well, that's what it is. And then again, deer season's coming up, like I said. But for deer season, well, we're going to have, supposed to be back in lower 70s, upper 60s, lower 70s. And our normal temperature is about this for this time of year. And the upper 50s, so lower 60s. So we're going to be about 10 degrees hotter than what we should be for this time of year. Now, oops, sorry about that. I need to move you out of the way. Put some more. Cover them up, keep it fresh. There we go. And we're going back to putting them in there. These others. So. There we go. Looks like we're going to get probably 3 or 4 more. Spatula here so I can get all the goodies stuck on the side. There we go. There we go. Yeah. We'll get ourselves another one out of this. Yeah, 4 more, so we get 16 of these. This is what we're going to end up with. And there we go. All righty. Now, we're going to put these back in there. Okay. All right. No. Anyhow, this is it, folks. That's what we're doing as soon as these, oh, I forgot to put the cheese on top. Thank you for reminding me. And something else. I said earlier that wife and I have been together for 25 years. Well, it's only 20. Sorry about that. Sometimes it seems like we've been together longer, and sometimes it don't seem like we've been together long at all. So, it is that. There we go. All right. You can go back on there. And, anyway, that's it. And if you like this kind of content, let me know. But this is my deer hunting stuff, so this only happens about once a year. Sometimes during turkey season, and I will be making, when we get our bacon back, we're supposed to be getting our bacon back probably next week, which is deer season, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So if we get it then I'll just have to make it. But sometimes I'm out all day. Like I said, I stay out all day unless I get one. We had an early season here last month on October 11th, and that I got a doe like at 7:30 in the morning, and got her home and everything, cleaned her there and got her home and hung her up, the skinner, and found a big old cyst on her about the size of my fist inside of her. And well, it wasn't pretty, so I called the possum marshal and told him, well, he told me just to feed it to the dogs or whatever, that he wouldn't eat it, and so I did, and he redid my... Okay, the last batch is done. Put a little light on the subject for you. And this is it. So, these are good. We make these, put them in our breakfast. Like I said, I put something else for lunch. I don't take these. These are just a breakfast thing. But that would be good. You put them in the freezer. You can put them in and keep them in the fridge if you want. But I found out they only last about a week, maybe in the fridge. 7 days, maybe 10 at the most. But in the freezer, they've lasted, God, probably 4 months, 3 months. I've had them in there, forgot about them, and tried them and still ate them. So, they'll be good for how long you want to take them, leave them in there. And, well, you can see we've got 16 delicious, ready to eat, grab and go breakfast for deer season. So that's basically 8 days, plus when I make the bacon ones when we get our pigs back, I'll be making, like I said, bacon ones, so I'll have my choice. But right now, deer season's not till next Saturday, so we're good to go. So thank you again for watching. As always, enjoy and have a blessed day, and take care, folks.